If you want to become a UI UX designer, you are in the perfect place. This complete course will teach you all of the essentials with well organized and easy to follow. Are going to learn how to become a user interface designer using the software Figma. This course has been designed for people completely new to UI UX design, or let's say design in general. At first, we are going to learn about the design basics and UI elements, and then we will learn about Figma and all of its hidden secrets together. Then you will learn how to create a simple wireframe. From there, you will learn how to set up your style guide and how to apply your colors appropriately to your design. You will also learn about all the principles of mobile application and web design. And then we will design a finance app together, and I will share with you all the necessary techniques and secrets for designing a world-class application. Moreover, you will learn about both simple and advanced micro interactions. We will also talk about mockups and how you can create your own online portfolio without writing a single line of code. In addition, you will learn about 3D modeling and creating augmented reality scenes. And last but not least, you will learn how to start your own business and get your first client as a UI UX designer. So during this course, we will wireframe, design, and prototype a finance mobile application to develop your design skills and master all the necessary tools. Additionally, you will get access to 2 brand new UI kits worth more than $3,000, and you can use them in your commercial project. So I hope you're ready to learn new skills and become a user interface designer. I'll see you in class. Hi everyone, welcome to the first chapter of this course. In this section, we are going to be talking about the differences between UI and UX design and the course structure that you can understand how the course is organized in order for you to follow it up properly. And last but not least, we are going to be talking about the tools and requirements that you need to know to proceed the course. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to talk about the differences between UI and UX design. Although both elements are crucial to a product and work closely together, their roles are totally different. UX design is a more technical and analytical field. However, UI design refers to graphic design with more complex responsibilities. So let me give you an example. If you consider a product like a car, the chassis is the code which gives it a clear structure. The other parts such as doors, fuel filter, etc. represent the UX design which lets the car function properly. On the other hand, UI design represents the appearance of the car, its sensors, etc. In other words, UX, which stands for user experience, is about how a product should work, and UI, which stands for user interface, is about how a product should look. So you, as a product designer, should know how these two terms work together and how to distinguish between them. For instance, you should know what are the responsibilities of a UX designer, and on the other hand, what are the responsibilities of a UI designer. As you can see in the pictures, we have 2 different screens. The left one shows us how the product should work. For example, suppose that you have a screen with 2 buttons and 2 text fields. Okay? The UX shows us how these buttons should interact with the user. And the right picture is all about user interface, and it shows us how the product should look. For instance, here we have a button and a square. The UI designer decides how big this button should be or which color is suitable for that square. These are the UI designer responsibilities. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to be talking about the structure of the course. As a matter of fact, you can divide the course into 2 main sections: the theoretical part and the practical part. The theoretical part creates 10% of the whole course, and the practical part forms 90% of the course content. So instead of focusing on theories, we will focus on practicing the skills you learn by working on different kinds of projects. In the theoretical part, you will learn about design basics, UI elements, business ideas, etc. And in the practical part, we will design a complete mobile application from scratch. We also talk about wireframing, 3D modeling, logo design, and so much more. So if you are a complete beginner, I highly recommend to watch the theoretical part first and then proceed with the course. On the other hand, you can skip the theoretical part and jump into creating a project. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to be talking about the required tools for completing this course. In this course, we are going to use different graphic design tools to design world-class user interfaces together. The main software which we are going to use is called Figma, which is available for both macOS and Windows. You can even use it on your browser without installation. Furthermore, you don't need to pay for it. It's totally free. The other tools that you will learn about are Vectory and Adobe Photoshop. We will also talk about useful websites such as Dribbble, Behance, etc. If you don't have any of the above mentioned software, make sure to install them before starting the course. So see you then. Hi everyone, welcome back to another section of this course. In this chapter, we're going to be talking about layouts, iconography, typography, colors, composition, and so much more. If you want to become a professional and great UI UX designer, you need to start off with design basics. So now that you know the importance of knowing design basics, let's start this chapter. Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about layouts in design. When it comes to UI UX design, the way we show the information in an app or website is so important. As a matter of fact, there is not a specific right way to create your own composition, so you can easily create a layout based on your own need as long as it is consistent and understandable to users. As you can see in the pictures on the right, both screens are well designed. Although the spacing is different, the composition is absolutely clear and consistent. You need to pay attention to consistency a lot while you're designing a user interface. No matter what kind of platforms you are designing for, the same rules apply to all of them. Alright, now let's check these pictures out. As you can see in the left picture, the distances are quite consistent. For instance, if you look at the distance between the profile image and the top of the screen, you can realize that the value is 50 pixels. And also the distance between the same profile image and the text field right under that is again 50 pixels. As you can see, the layout of this design is quite clear. And the reason of that is because of the consistency of spacing. In the next lectures, we will also talk about spacing and the importance of that in design. Now if you look at the right picture, you can realize that the design is also clear in that layout. However, the only difference is the colors and the spacing. But as you may have noticed, the spacing is again consistent. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy is about how we look at designs. Does it sound weird? So let's put it in another way. We as designers should put ourselves in users' shoes in order to realize how they see our designs. Content in any digital page layout will pursue a particular hierarchy. For instance, menus go to the top, bottom, left, or right of the screen, or a combination of these. Headers appear above body text. In other words, hierarchy is a simple way of staying organized from most to least important. Remember that users define the hierarchy of any app or website. The item that first grabs the user's attention is at the top of the hierarchy. The visual specifications that a designer can utilize to influence users' understanding of the information are size. The larger the element, the more attention it will attract. So if you're familiar with the HTML and web development process, you may know that we have 6 kinds of headers from H1 to H6. H1 is the largest header and H6 is the smallest one. So when we want to get so much attention, we will use H1. For instance, suppose that we want to get the user's attention to a specific section or a specific item. So in that case, we will use the larger header. Or on the other hand, sometimes we don't want to get so much attention to a specific section or content. In that case, we can use the smaller header. So size is so important. The next item is color. Bright colors are more noticeable than muted ones. If you do not have enough information about colors, you don't have to worry about it, because in the next lessons, we will cover all the necessary information about choosing the right color in your design. The next item is alignment. An element with a different alignment of others will attract more attention. So what does that mean? Suppose that you have a layout of, let's say, 4 different videos or 4 different photos. If you align only one of those videos or those photos differently, it will draw more attention to it. As a matter of fact, in that case, the user can realize that something is different. The next item is contrast. Sharply contrasting colors will catch the eye easily. Contrast is a very important topic in UI design, and we will talk about contrast in next lessons deeply. The next item is proximity. Elements which are placed closely together appear more related, and that's true. If you look at the pictures on the right side, you can see we have 2 different screens. Let's focus on the left screen. As you can see, we have 2 different sections, new promotions and new stories. Can you realize that elements in both sections are placed closely together so that users can easily understand that they are related together? The next item is repetition. Repeating styles can indicate that content is related. So what does that mean? Let's look at the pictures on the right. Can you see that we have 4 squares and 3 circles? So the user can easily recognize the relationship between those elements. And the next item is white space, which is another important term in UI UX design. More space between elements will draw more attention to them. So let's look at the pictures on the right, but this time we need to distinguish between the left screen and the right screen. As you can see in the left screen, we have enough space, or let's say enough white space between our elements and our sections, so the users can easily walk through the user interface. However, on the right screen, you can see that all elements are very close together, and there is not enough white space between all elements in that kind of layout. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about visual noise in design. Visual noise, as you can guess from its title, is all about a screen or part of a digital product which has so much information and many elements on it. When you're designing an app or a website, you need to pay attention to details a lot, because by the end of the day, we want to design a screen which is user-friendly and easy to walk through. So make sure to eliminate all the unnecessary elements or information from your screen. If you're not sure whether your design has visual noise or not, it is recommended to ask for users' feedback. If you look at the pictures on the right side, you can see that we have 2 different screens. In the left screen, there is no visual noise, and it is great in terms of UI design. On the other hand, in the right screen, there is too much visual noise. As you can see, there are so many texts at the top, and then some items which could be videos or photos, then again some videos, and after that some stories. And you can recognize that there is not enough white space between those elements. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about iconography in design. Iconography is a visual language used to demonstrate aspects, content, or functionality. Icons are meant to be simple and clear, visual elements that are recognizable immediately. You do not have to redesign well-known icons such as home icon, search icon, etc. Or let's say, do not reinvent the wheel. You can get access to almost all kinds of icons on websites for free or at reasonable costs. But what if you needed to design some icons specifically for your project? Well, in that case, you should design icons which are in harmony with your design and other icons. Keep in mind that icons need to be understood easily by users, so make sure to show consistency in your design. Hi, in this video, we are going to talk about typography. What is typography? Typography transforms language into a decorative visual element. Typography is one of the most important parts of UI/UX design, so it is worth your time to learn more about it. When you're designing an app or a website, limit the number of typefaces and sizes you use in order to keep your design simple. Start with 2 fonts at most, one for the headers and the other for the bodies. You can use free or paid fonts in your projects, but I highly recommend using free fonts. If you would like to use paid fonts, check the license carefully. You should inform your clients that they need to pay extra for using paid fonts. Now if you look at the right side of the screen, you can see that I classified the typography foundation for you. Let's check it out step by step. Right at the top, we have properties. Every text line in any program has a baseline. As you can see, it is indicated here with the blue line. And also, it has the letter spacing that you can modify it in your design. Of course, there are more properties related to typography. However, for proceeding this course, it is enough to know these 2 properties. Now let's focus on letter spacing comparison. On the left, you can see we have the default spacing, but on the right, I modified the spacing of those letters. Depending on what kind of project you're working on, you can modify the letter spacing as you wish. Now let's talk about the weight of each font. Most fonts have at least 3 different weights, but some of them have more. For instance, a font can have 6 different weights. As you can see on your screen, we have here from light to bold. And last but not least, the classification of fonts. As you can see, we have 2 different classifications for fonts. The serif, which is the left one in the picture, and the sans serif, which is the right one in the picture. So what is the difference? For sure you can distinguish between them, but let me explain to you in order to memorize the rule of serif and sans serif. Actually, serif fonts have some kind of flat line at the top of them and also the bottom of them. Or you can say they have feet. On the other hand, sans serif fonts do not have this kind of lines. Sans in English and French means without. So sans serif means without serif. You as a designer are responsible for choosing the best weight of fonts and also the best classification depending on what kind of project you are working on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.